Ring you, Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, hello, Mr. Smith. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message, asking you to contact me ASAP so I know where we stand. Today is message number 65. Message number 65 since the 18th of October 2023. It's now been 136 days that my brother's been unlawfully kidnapped from my care, and you've still not managed to get a capacity assessment carried out. I'm just reminding myself, and I'm reminding the local authority, that the last time that they had abducted my brother in a similar manner was on the 3rd of August 2018, where they had come down with the pretext that my brother needed to be sectioned under the Mental Health Act, and was taken from my care and custody on the 3rd of August 2018. He was held by them for 134 days until the 14th of December 2018. So for a period of 134 days, the local authority had him completely in their care and custody, and had failed then to establish that my brother lacks any kind of mental capacity then. So that's what they were trying to do then, and they had failed to establish that 5 years ago. And now you and your collective, including the local authority, have held my brother for a period of 136 days, and you still not managed to force through a mental capacity assessment in order to achieve your objectives. And this is the third time now that you put a new application in asking for more time, and it's been over a year. You had managed to secure an injunction order on the 30th of November 2022 before District Judge Wilcox on the day, without pre-warning or without my awareness. I was listed for a final hearing, and it ended up being a directional hearing with an injunction order forcing through a mental capacity assessment by January 2023. That failed. Then by July 2023, you forced another order through to get capacity assessment done by September time. That failed. And then you've now hijacked my case dismissal application on the 9th of October, so you could once again jam in another capacity assessment timetable, which has now failed once again. So this is 3 failures that you've failed to complete a capacity assessment, knowing full well that I have submitted a capacity assessment, an independent capacity assessment that we carried out in 2021, which clearly highlights my brother has mental capacity and has authorized me to act on his behalf. You and the council don't want to accept this, so you're now jamming through and railroading through a narrative for your best interest. This is completely deplorable. My brother's suffering. I'm suffering. I'm not going to get to see my brother for Christmas because of your desperate need to cover up your own failures, particularly Bradford Council's failures and your own collusion, the housing association, your client's own collusion with the Bradford Council in order to achieve this objective. I'm remindful that I was arrested. My bail conditions were made available to you. Why would they need to be made available to you regarding if there was no correlation between my arrest and my brother's abduction and this court case that you're wrangling on? So you had basically perverted the course of justice by having me arrested at a pivotal time when you were required to carry out a capacity assessment. Now the circumstances have completely changed, and even then you're not in a position to carry out a capacity assessment. You're just wrangling this case on along, and this case has got nothing to do with unlawful trespass. It's basically been weaponized for the benefit of the local authority to target and victimize me and to basically persecute and oppress me. That's what this is really about, because if this is a case of unlawful trespass, your client can give us a tenancy agreement, and I
in 10 seconds.
And I had contacted your client in February looking to ask them to engage with me so I can look to claw back a housing benefit from the council. But your client chose not to do that because they're in bed with the council.
Your message has reached maximum length. Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
These people are lying and cheating and defrauding the situation. They are clearly making a mockery of the law. They are clearly undermining the rules of justice and putting me into a situation where they are clearly not in a position to do anything better than commit fraud and corruption.